Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? How are we doing? Great day for Champions League today. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? We're gonna start off with a cheeky little appetizer with the Barcelona Benfica game, and then we'll go on to the real stuff. The one that we've all been waiting for. The return, like I have not been so excited for a return like in a long time. Oh boy, PSG versus Liverpool. What a game, what a game, what a game. But how are we doing? How are we doing? How's everybody feeling? PSG can't get your Barca kit on. I don't have a Barca kit. I don't have a Barca kit. Yeah. Hold on. How are you? I'm doing good. Doing good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Hold on. Predicting a 2-0 win for Barca, but I hope Benfica win. I mean, even though I don't like Barca, I don't really have... For me, it's more so really just PSG Barca. It's really more so a rivalry. If they go through, they go through. Obviously, I'm hoping for Benfica to go and do the job, but like I wouldn't be pissed if they go on and win. Why are my headphones not working now? You have great ball knowledge. Thank you. Appreciate it. Is the audio all okay and everything? Can you guys hear the music and everything is going okay on your end? Because on my end, I have no audio whatsoever. Yeah, I don't know why my headphones are just not working. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Okay. 𝙀𝙬 about to cook Liverpool. Hopefully, yeah. Could it be that? I'm not sure why. I've got no audio whatsoever in my headphones. Thank you for uploading and bringing back Unpopular Opinions. I've had time, a bit more time to... The thing is, I recorded the video a while back. It's just I haven't had the time to edit. But hopefully I'll be able to dedicate and spend more time on all that. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to figure out my audio situation here. Sorry.
Hansi Flick said despite the state of shock, it was their job to continue, their job to play, to win. Last week in Portugal, they had some scares against Benfica, but they managed the game superbly after Bassi was sent off early in the game. Benfica boss Bruno Lage thinks that the previous games have been defined by really small margins, and he might well be right. Benfica, he said, could have got different results in the previous 2 matches with Barcelona this season. Well, tonight they have to make it 3rd time lucky, otherwise Benfica are out and Barcelona will be our first quarter-finalists of the Champions League. Busy but not quite full yet. The Montjuic is right on the top of the hill, and it takes quite some time to get up there, especially if the escalators aren't working. But Barcelona want to hit the summit, both in La Liga and in the Champions League. First stop, quarter-finals. Well, Rafinha's goal last week was the difference, but Wojciech Szczęsny made up for errors in the January meeting with 8 key saves in the match. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾 comes into the heart of defence for the suspended Bassi. Dani Olmo was sacrificed after the red card. He'll look to get a little bit longer tonight in the team. And the attacking trident of Yamal, Lewandowski and Rafinha have 104 goal involvements between them this season. Good to see Gavi back on the bench tonight after a high temperature ruled him out in the first game between the two. Our referee tonight is from France, François Letexia. Cyril Mounier.
Okay, we're back, my bad.
His assistants, and our VAR, the very experienced Jérôme Brissard.
All right, sorry, I had my mic muted. If you're on TikTok, I want to see if I can bring up your comments. If my system here is working.
The 2 captains, the marshals.
All right, here we go.
The 2 defences.
Di Maria's not playing. I've got the lineups here.
Nicolas Otamendi.
This is the lineup.
37. Is still very much.
So you've got, yeah, he's not playing. Honestly, I'm not even gonna pretend I know many of these Benfica players. I know Silva, because PSG Antonio Silva, because PSG were interested in him, and Otamendi obviously, and Pavlidis, because I know that he was kind of cooking the group stages. But bar that, I don't really know anybody else here. And it's a pretty typical Barca 11. But yeah.
Who missed key chances in Lisbon after scoring a hat-trick in the previous meeting. Before we start,
okay, what's your prediction for in the PSG game?
Carlos Manaro.
Oh yeah, that's true. They're doing a minute of silence for the Barca doctor who passed away. Dang, that's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate, man. It's a good thing though to show that they canceled the game, and dang, it's unfortunate, especially given the circumstances that what happened and everything. My thoughts and prayers go out to his family and his loved ones. I'm trying to get TikTok here.
A moving moment, and you can see Joan Laporta and the hierarchy of Barcelona visibly moved by that tragic incident that happened just before they were due to play on Saturday against Osasuna.
Prediction for the Liverpool game. I'll wait for that stream. I won't give my predictions now. I'll wait for the game to actually begin, or once I start that live stream. So as soon as this one, I'm gonna finish the stream pretty early to get prepared for the next one. But this is gonna be a good palate cleanser, a good appetizer for the big game that we're all waiting for.
Win Monaco again.
All right, here we go.
Can they add Barcelona to that? Let's ask.
Come on, Benfica.
Well, I think they can.
Pull up an upset. Pull up an upset.
Take their chances, but both games they've played against Barca in this tournament, they've come very, very close, I've got to say, and they've created enough to suggest that they're a real danger to Barca today. But I do think Barca are going to be hot favourites, and once the game settles down, you've got to think the home team will win.
Well, the winners play either Borussia Dortmund or Lille in the quarter-finals.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Have a lot of the ball. They dominated possession, even with 10.
Which PSG kit is gonna have one because we are playing at Anfield? I think what PSG is gonna be playing with their Jordan kit. Not gonna lie, the kit amongst the PSG circle has had a lot of talk on how we're gonna be successful with it. I don't think thus far every time PSG's worn it, we've won. So we're hoping that the streak continues.
I've got to say, I think going down to 10 men, strangely enough, suited them. They dropped a lot deeper because they only had the one up front, so they made 2 banks of 4, and it actually suited them. They defended like I've never seen them defend, and they did it very, very well, and they pushed the goal as well, so it was a perfect evening for them.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched Barca play in a good while, so I'll be interested to see just how good they are. Oh, well done. Pedri, offside. He's well offside.
Eventually gobbled up by 𝙀𝙖𝙑𝙬𝙗.
Oh.
Made that fantastic triple save last week at a crucial time in the match in the 𝙭𝙬𝙦𝙾.
Again with this high line. Send them.
For Benfica to play in.
Bro, I'd like... Oh, Benfica, bro. Okay, if there's any Barca fans in the chat, how do you guys feel about your like really, really high line? Because even though, like, I mean, I respect the willingness to to stay consistent with your morals, but for me, I mean, that's just stress. That's asking for stress. That is asking for heart palpitations. I just feel like if they like playing against I guess the thing that you go and say.
Yeah, I think both teams expect.
Of course, Jun's a Barca fan now. I'm not a Barca fan. I'm not a Barca fan. I mean, I want Benfica to win. Like the thing is, I don't mind Barca. For me, it's just really just like with PSG, it's just a rivalry. That's why. But like Real Madrid, I do not like Real Madrid. Real Madrid, I do not like Real Madrid. Barca is okay. It's more so it's the rivalry. The fact that, you know, our previous history as PSG fans. That's mostly what it is.
Fascinating in his interview before.
Do you think PSG could win against Barcelona instead of Liverpool? I think we probably would have had better chances against Barca. Like if we played the way we played last week against Barca, I think we would have smoked them. I mean, assuming that like Barca played as they are now with that extremely high line, I think it's just too dangerous. I think Liverpool are much better defensively in comparison to Barca. And here we go, already an offside.
Yeah, I think he's just veers offside. It's tight, but he just goes a bit early, doesn't he? 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬.
Was 𝙬𝙬𝘋𝙬𝙬 who was playing the ball down the left.
So Junior, what's up? So how are you doing? How are you doing? Do you think Lille wins against Dortmund? It's tight. It's what, 1-1? If I'm not mistaken in that game. Even though realistically, bro, Lille should have had a penalty in that game. I think they can do it though. They've beaten bigger teams already in this Champions League campaign, and for French football, I want them to go through. Is that not a foul?
Given away.
It's not.
Florentino Luis 𝙎𝙬𝙬𝘾𝙬𝙬.
Araujo, no.
Inigo Martinez just allowing that to run out of play.
Do you think PSG can do it at Anfield? Of course I believe. Of course I believe. What kind of question is that? Hold on. Let me put my phone on do not disturb. Because I don't want to get any notifications from anywhere before the goal goes in.
At the end of the season, they desperately want him to stay.
Where is... If PSG pull back against Liverpool, I'm taking them as my favorites. I just like, I'm gonna watch Barca here, and I'll watch them also as eyeing them up. But I'm gonna be honest. Obviously, the first thing people are gonna go and say is that all PSG lost in the end. But I mean, I don't know. For me, I saw like Liverpool was low key a bit disappointing from what I saw from Liverpool. I think they're not as good as they were at the beginning of the season. I think that's what it is. They seemed leggy, tired, I think is the best way to describe how they are. I mean, the thing is, though, if you compare PSG, for example, to Liverpool, PSG have rotated their squad heavily a lot over the course of the season, whereas Liverpool haven't really done that whatsoever. So like if you look at like Van Dijk and what's his name, Van Dijk and Salah, they played like 13 more minutes than like the most most used PSG players, and so we'll have to wait and see. The thing is that game last week for Liverpool, you also have to remember like Liverpool had 6 days to prepare for that game because they didn't have a game over the weekend that time around. So we'll see. But it's a second leg. It's a fresh game. Another 90 minutes. We'll have to wait and see. But I think that as PSG, we can do it. We definitely can do it.
But Pedri makes them tick.
Oh, he certainly does. He keeps the ball, doesn't he? He's
one of the 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘾𝘼 goals was a foul on the keeper, though. Yeah, the one against PSG. Absolutely.
Your opponent's midfield, he can attack space, and he showed that really well there. Probably needs to add a few more goals to his game, but
it's good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're doing good.
In your side, you know he's gonna keep the ball for you.
You think Atletico will still beat Real? I don't know why I'm putting still. I don't think I ever said that they'd go through. I think Real goes through. I think like I don't know. I'll say like a draw in that game. But I do think that they'll make it difficult for them. I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be tight. It's going to be physical. It's going to be to the wire. But I hope if Atletico do it. But I don't think they will. Which means it's probably going to set up a Arsenal Real Madrid quarterfinal. Which for me, the hate watch of the century. Somebody asked me in one of the comments in one of my videos who would I support in that game. Honestly, I'm not supporting anybody. If I could, I want both teams to get eliminated. But go on. Ooh, Inigo. Well done.
The flag was up, but he didn't know that.
No, again, it must have been fractions, very close.
But if I had to choose which team would I be okay with going through, I think I'm more okay with Real Madrid going through. Because like peep game and lock in. If Real Madrid go and win another Champions League, I guess it would sort of show that Mbappe was right to go. But it would they'd be adding another to their like already really large trophy cabinet. If Arsenal like get closer to that, I'm more able to stomach the fact that Real Madrid win another Champions League than Arsenal winning their first. If you catch my drift.
Start of the season, formerly a youth and B team coach with Benfica, who won the league in his first spell and may well end up doing so again. He had spells at Wolves and Botafogo in Brazil. He was bitterly disappointed with the result last week, having had several chances and 70 minutes to play against 10 players. They were a little rushed, a little eager to make that numerical advantage.
All right, okay, Barca, let's see what you can do.
𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝑍. Rafinha back to
no.
Big chance.
Good save.
Over the top, but again the
offside, bro. Chat, how many offsides do you think we're finishing in this game? How many offsides? You know, let me look at the stats. How many offsides we've just had already?
Silva just steps up.
Offsides.
It's clever defensive play.
Where's the offside stat?
The best offside traps in European football.
Exactly. Where's offside?
I always feel that if you have that high line, you've got to have a runner from midfield, a deep runner that comes from.
Okay, there's two. Each team has had 2 offsides apiece thus far.
You cannot. But
this game does not finish with minimum 10 offsides. Minimum 10 offsides.
Benfica returned to winning ways at the weekend. They produced a commanding performance in the league despite resting Barreiro, 𝙀𝙀𝙀𝘶, 𝙬𝙬𝙀𝙀, and won 5 in a row in the league. Full of confidence. So is this fella, Lamine Yamal.
No. Good save again.
Testing.
Good save again.
Maybe not enough. Just didn't catch it with the requisite venom.
As soon as he got
out of who I want to win the Madrid Derby, I want
there's only one thing going to happen here. He's going to hit the
expulsions for both teams. Yes. I don't think anybody like people to get like to not be eligible for the second leg.
Dangerous.
I just want Atletico to win. I don't think they're going to win. But I guess it's sort of, if you want Atletico to batter and bruise Real Madrid good enough to make it difficult for the next leg.
You think it's going to be
the thing is, Arsenal's basically already. Oh no. Yamal offside. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Yamal. Oh my goodness, bro. The Yamal fans, bro. This tie's over. This tie's over. This tie's over. Yamal sent those defenders, those Benfica defenders, back to Portugal. They sent them back to Lisbon. Holy. Oh my gosh.
It's goal number 26 of the season. Now the joint top scorer in the Champions League, 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙖, but he owes a lot to Lamine Yamal.
Nah. Lamine Yamal sent him back to Benfica. Sent him back to Portugal. He goes in, cuts inside. Yoink, sit down. Oh, my. Yeah, he's onside as well.
Is he trying to whip that into the bottom corner? I think
I'm going to be honest, guys. Do you think he's shooting there? Is he trying to shoot? I think
he's put two players completely out the game with a dummy. And there, I think he was going for that little curl. I'm not so sure.
No. I think he's shooting. I don't think he's meant that. I'm gonna be honest here. I don't think he's meant that. I think he's tried to go for the pass and he's missed it. He's tried to curl it.
Goes that way, and 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼, everything he hits at the moment against Benfica.
Dang it.
In the back of the net, it seems.
Well, he's scored in all 3 games against them now this season, and that could be a crucial one. And now Benfica really do have to go for it.
I mean, they already had to go through it before.
𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼 trying to feed the ball into 𝙬𝙪𝙾. It takes a deflection and goes out for a corner. It's a sucker punch that so early on for Bruno Lage.
It certainly is, Sam, because they'd started...
It's 2-0 on aggregate. Yeah, it is. 2-0 on aggregate.
Were really tight that they got in behind this Barcelona back four. And they'd have been quite comfortable.
Junior, would you want to play in the charity match of the sidemen? And do you think you could score?
They find themselves.
I want to play. Yeah, sure, why not? And do I think I definitely could score? Bryce. Okay. Let's go. Okay. This is interesting. Let's go, Benfica. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the tie is not over. The tie is not over. Wesh. Nicolas Otamendi. Bro, we're gonna have this game is good. There's gonna be more goals in this game.
Incredible. What a response.
Bro, no one's marking him.
In the right position. Not
gonna lie, the keeper probably should do a bit better there. Girona flashbacks.
He's got to react from that deflection there, but he gets his head on it. There it is. There's just a little touch there, isn't there, from Lewandowski?
Dang, let's go.
Feet, gets his head on the ball. Terrific response. I said about the uphill.
Vamos, Benfica. Vamos.
They might have been 2 goals down.
But yeah, going back to the comment about the Simon charity match. If Speed can score in that game, buddy, like if I'm on long enough and I'm taking it seriously, I'm scoring a hat trick.
Dragging Benfica
like easily.
At 2-0, it looks a forlorn time.
Like if I'm playing like seriously and like trying to score, if they get me the ball and I'm going at some of those defenders there, yeah, no, I'm cooking.
I don't think it's changed their mindset at all going 1-0 down. They're pressing, they responded.
Okay, this tie is interesting. This tie is interesting.
And earned the corner.
Well.
This Benfica side just will not lie down.
Yeah, and they showed that in the game between the two back in January, didn't they? And we're in a commanding position before Barcelona came back in the last 15 minutes and scored all those goals which turned the tide. But Barcelona do give you a chance. We said that last week.
I mean, Barca need to score the next goal, or at least keep the ball for a while. Just take the sting out of the game.
And that was certainly a moment where Otamendi was afforded too much space.
Yeah, it was probably the zonal that there was no one marking Otamendi. He's a really good player in the air. He's experienced. You've got to put somebody up against him, surely.
Hold on, what time is it now?
𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙖 just trying to force.
All right, Bassi, if I'm not mistaken, I should have had my short should have gone up now. Talking about PSG in the Premier League. Okay, guys, if you disagree, I disagree in the comments if you disagree with the statement. If PSG was in the Premier League, PSG could win the league. If you disagree with that statement, put I disagree.
Good reactions after that.
Surely. I'll look at TikTok as well. If you disagree with that statement, I'm sorry, you are a generational hater. You are a generational hater.
Last week, but already.
Yes, they could. Yes, all right. All right, PSG could. All right. Okay, we got people that are sensible. We got people that are sensible here.
Well, exactly, yeah. Only he will know if he's picked out Rafinha there. But for me, when I saw it
I agree they would.
in action live, I thought, did he pick him out?
I disagree. Okay. Why do you disagree? Why do you disagree? I disagree. But they could compete for the league. Well, that's what I've said. So they'd be like top 3. Like if PSG this season played in the Premier League, they'd be up there. They'd be competing with Liverpool. Especially if it's the Liverpool that we saw playing against them last time around. They definitely could.
Taken on.
PSG would even maybe win, somebody says on TikTok. Yeah. They'd have a shot. 100% disagree. I ain't no hater, though. Okay, why do you disagree? You can be top 4, maybe. PSG would definitely be top 4. I'm saying that confidently. PSG definitely would be top 4. Buddy, like, if PSG went, even though, even Arsenal did that Arsenal game, even though they lost 2-0, it was close. PSG, first and foremost, where's Man City currently? Man City's what, 4th? PSG completely washed Man City. That game should have been 4-2 flatters Man City, honestly. They went smack the living daylights out of Liverpool. The only English club that rattled PSG or shook them a bit was Arsenal. And that was, you know, when PSG was in our Banta era at the beginning of the season.
We're looking at offside. He was way onside on that occasion.
Arsenal, Liverpool would be ahead. No, I'm not even sure if Arsenal would be ahead. I'm not sure Arsenal. PSG have a much deeper bench and deeper squad than Arsenal. I think like PSG would be a lot more competitive than them. Like the thing is, though, even Liverpool, they've been good in the Prem. They've been pretty good, but it's not been like a sensational, ridiculous year either on their part.
Skipping away from 𝙀𝙀𝘿𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾.
Like, can somebody tell me? I mean, I guess I could search it up myself. How many losses do Liverpool have?
This is Pedri.
I want to see the.
And again, just
let's see.
Things moving all the time. And
Premier League
for a teammate,
table. 3 losses. Okay, so they have 3 losses, correct? That's in all comps. In the Premier League, they got only what, 1, right? 1 loss to Nottingham. But how many draws do they have? Because I'd be curious if you compare them, for example, to the City that did like their Centurion season, even the Liverpool side that got what, 99 points and whatnot. I think they're not even on pace to getting as many points. I just think that overall the Premier League this year is far less, like in terms of quality and ability, is just like if there's been a downgrade. Like even as bad as City have been, City are still like 4th.
It's the man who scored the Barcelona goal.
Okay, hold on. Let me get back to Premier League. Where's City? No, City are 5th, but they are 2 points behind Chelsea, who they themselves fell off like pretty massively. Like when Nottingham Forest are there, I don't know. I just don't think. I think the Premier League overall this time round has just not been nearly as strong as in previous years.
Space to run into. He's got Lewandowski in front of him, who wanted it earlier. It's
no, Yamal.
Who tees it up.
Yes.
He's not going to reach it.
That was dangerous.
Thomas Araujo trying to force him further wide. Lewandowski trying to hold on to it.
Are you gonna stream Liverpool versus PSG? Yeah. If you're on YouTube, this like the stream is already there. So you can go ahead and click the notification bell on the stream to get notified when I actually start streaming. But yeah, I will be streaming it.
As well as all the possession and the nice passes that he makes. It's brilliant to see.
The competition for European places is interesting. No, I'm not saying it's not competitive. There's a difference between, I would say, competition and the intrinsic quality. Like I think that the level of football has gone down from last season is what I would say.
Here's Valdo.
That's what I mean.
Trying to go past Florentino Luis, does it with ease.
There's no one in the box. Oh. Oh,
He was stretching as it came across his body.
Danny, bro, I forgot about Daniel. I forgot he played for Barca, honestly. Dang. You're so wrong. Overall quality is way better. But for the usual top 6 teams, yeah, the quality has gone down.
I think you're right.
But
Sam.
I think that's like kind of emblematic then. Like,
Lewandowski was actually.
do you guys think that last season, do Nottingham Forest, if this current Nottingham Forest, do they make it into Yamal? Well defended. Do you think Nottingham Forest make it into the top 4 from last season?
It's interesting with 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝘋 playing in the middle of the midfield tonight.
I'm not even sure. What was the top 4 even last season? Who finished 3rd? Was it Villa finished 3rd last year? I can't even remember who was the top 4 last season.
Up and out, because he knows that he is an outlet on either side.
Nottingham Forest is good because they've been consistent all season, not because certain teams fell off. City fell off. Chelsea are better. Villa are better. Newcastle are better. Bournemouth is better. But as in, like,
hasn't really had enough.
I don't know. I just don't. I think that, like, peak.
Slowly but surely.
I think it's gone not crazy amounts. But I just think that normally, if you have teams like Bournemouth, where's Bournemouth? Bournemouth are not. So not crazy either.
Could end up going to extra time if required.
No. Well done. Well done.
𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘋, who went in on Trubin.
Liverpool finished 3rd last season. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So first was City.
It's a straight ball. He had to play it straight, really. And
City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Who finished 4th? Was that was Aston Villa, right? Villa finished 4th.
I think they need to keep 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼 as far away from their goal as possible. 5 goals in 15 meetings with Benfica. He quite likes playing against them. He's got 4 this season.
Yeah, 3rd, 4th. Who's finished 5th last season?
Singing, can we play you every week?
Of course, the best goal that he scored against them was the one that
City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Villa.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It certainly had us chuckling.
Chelsea finished 5th. Surely not. Yeah, Spurs.
Seen too much of Vangelis.
I mean, I could get.
So far.
Hold on.
Hat-trick against Barcelona in the game in January.
I could just look up the table last year.
A bit of form. He's got 10 goals in his last 8
Premier
games.
League.
7 in the Champions League.
Table.
No
from last season.
Had a season like that.
So it was City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Villa,
9 in 64,
Spurs,
65.
Chelsea, Newcastle, and United.
An accolade to stick on your CV.
Isn't it just? What a player he was, 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝘋. No, I didn't play against him, Sam. I watched him.
So Liverpool on 70 points right now.
I was never going to suggest it.
We'll have to wait and see.
Looking for a bit of room and finding a bit of
Whoosh. Hello, Junior. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Doing good.
Champions League goals this season, the 2nd youngest scorer of all time in Champions League history.
He comes back on that favoured left foot a lot of times, doesn't he?
Yeah, I just think that Liverpool haven't had to be as good this season as perhaps previous champions have been. It's not that they've not been like bad or anything. It's just like they've. I just think that they've had to face a lot less competition this time around.
Mistake by Thomas has given the ball away. Bruno Lage looking on pensively.
So, Junior, remember me, by the way. Which PSG Prime do you like better, Zlatan at PSG or 2020? I don't quite remember you. Maybe if you tell me like an interaction we've had, then maybe I will. But if you're saying who would a better prime, Zlatan or Neymar 2020?
Martinez and Pavlidis.
Well, Neymar's 2020 year wasn't like, it was good, but like he was injured to begin with, and it's more so the big last bit of the season, and also the fact that like it was mostly when we're talking about Neymar 2020, it was more so that Champions League campaign that really like boosted him up. So if you're talking about overall season, then I have to say Zlatan. But in terms of like footballing ability, that Neymar was ridiculous. Like, I'm just thinking Neymar had crazy GA like. Nah, Neymar PSG underrated. It's just it was genuinely injuries with him.
This is where Barcelona want to play.
where would PSG be in La Liga? Similar, one or like top three for sure. And like, I mean, I think PSG played better football than Real Madrid. And would be similarly competing with Barcelona.
He's back on it again now, though, Pedri.
I think, like, overall, the course of the season, taking everything, like, in terms of football holistically, PSG have played some of the best football up there. Right? Like, if going into this round of 16, most people said that the best football being played was between PSG, Barcelona, and Liverpool. So
it's a really good tackle there. He's read it well.
Ultimately, if PSG were to go in any other league, you'd assume that based on that they'd be competing for the title. It doesn't necessarily mean that they go and smack every team, but they'd certainly be up there.
Should have had a handball there.
Junior, who would you rather win? Real Madrid or Arsenal? I'd rather that both get eliminated. But I'm more okay with Real Madrid going through than Arsenal. But that's going to be a generational hate watch.
It was rising but couldn't reach it.
Yamal, bro, watch out. Oh, no, let him shoot.
He's ball towards the
oh my gosh.
It's beautiful.
No, Yamal is dropping a masterclass. Yamal is dropping a masterclass here today. Yamal is dropping a masterclass. Fudge. Good, he's good. Il est fort. I said don't let him shoot.
He's not far off becoming the king around this place.
Tie's done. I mean, I wouldn't say it's done. It's done because Benfica could score once again.
And so was that goal that gives Barcelona the lead on the night. And a 2-goal cushion on aggregate.
That's a beautiful goal.
No, I'm not, okay. I'm saying if they were to play each other, my ideal would be that, like, if both teams could be eliminated, that's what I'd want. But like, I know that they're also going through.
He just caresses the ball into that.
Shots. That's a great finish. That is a very good finish. Chapeau l'artiste.
Has a quick glance at the keeper.
Thing is, it doesn't even look like he's hit it with that much venom. Yeah, he's hit it he caressed the ball there. It's a very good finish.
Here you go. Look, he'll have a little glance. He's coming away from the goal, and he just caresses that ball.
It's a very good finish.
𝙀𝙬𝘼𝑋𝙬. What a goal! What a young player. How good is he going to be when he hits his peak?
I think he meant that one.
Athletic Club is better than PSG. That's a crazy take.
The assist for the first goal, but that was pure class. As soon as it went out, there was no cover. It was 1v1 with 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝑋𝙬, and I'm thinking, oh dear, you're in a bit of trouble here. And my word, what a goal!
Absolutely terrific.
The fact he's actually going backwards, he's taken the ball out of the penalty area and then just wrapped his foot around it. It was absolutely sublime.
Benfica looking to respond again. 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼 across to stop 𝙬𝙪𝑆.
I mean, Benfica needs to go and tie it up, or tie the game up again quickly.
And got back in it, didn't they? So again, good response, good character from Benfica. See what they can do with this corner.
Can they come back for a second time on the night? Barcelona will hope to mark a little tighter than they did from the last corner, from which also...
Just imagine if they were to equalize again. That'd be ridiculous.
Moved in towards the middle of the...
That wasn't a bad ball.
Just an easy catch for 𝙀𝙀𝘶𝙀. Koundé. Back to Araujo.
La Liga over the Prem.
I think we're always going to have their work.
It depends what you mean by it. If you in terms of entertainment, maybe it isn't for the title race. Yeah, I'd agree. In terms of the quality, I'd still say that overall the Premier League has I think the intrinsic quality of the quality of the teams in the league is still better in the Prem.
They've lost 5.
Even though I said I think it's dipped.
In the Champions League when they've lost the first leg, and they're in a bit of a predicament now thanks to Lamine Yamal, who's running the show.
Crunch him, bro. Just crunch him. Crunch the guy. Yeah, bro.
And the crowd wanted one as well.
That's what you need to do. You need to just smack him. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 is the best fullback in the world.
This is Lewandowski. Yamal trying to set it up for Dani Olmo.
No, I think PSG have the best fullbacks in the world.
More Barcelona pressure.
𝙀𝙬𝘼 and Nuno Mendes I think are the best fullbacks in the world. 𝙀𝙬𝘼 certainly on the right hand side. As good as Koundé has been, I don't think there's much debate there.
Just got to calm down, keep playing. They will create chances.
Pavlidis. He's probably running in the centre. 𝙀𝙬𝘼 just broken into the box.
Oh, on.
Araujo has got the ball according to the referee. Pavlidis is not so sure.
Junior, would you rather the 2018 France squad or the 2022 Argentina squad? Biased and unbiased opinion.
Yeah, 3 or 4 fouls.
I think even in both cases, I don't think both of those squads. Maybe this contradicts at least for the French side. I think the French squad was good. I don't think it was arguably Brazil probably had a better squad overall in terms of big players. Belgium probably were a better team overall and probably played the better football. But between the two, I've said it already. I think that our 2022 Argentina have probably been the weakest World Cup winners in a good while.
When they're pressing, they've now got 3v2 in that midfield, and slowly but surely you can just see them getting that spare man in that midfield there, and they're getting outnumbered.
Junior coming back to Canada when the 2026 World Cup starts in the summer. Hopefully, I mean, I will want to try to get some tickets, but we'll see.
Pedri's just been nobbled. The referee's allowed play on because Barcelona have got the ball. Benfica getting a little bit frustrated now. Pedri asking for a card for 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼𝘎𝑗.
I mean, it's a foul, yeah.
Slight brush of the leg there afterwards. The ball's gone.
I think does he play the advantage?
Not too much of a problem. I think the rest right. He's got to play on there, but I don't like seeing that. Players giving out imaginary cards to book players. I really don't like that. It
was at one stage a sort of trend where they would get booked for asking for yellow cards.
Well, for me, Sam, there's an easy rule that can be bringing in. Don't have to book them. Just reverse the free kick. If you're
not a forward, I don't even care about GA.
No one would ever do it then.
So okay, if you're I think you have to. I mean, I think it depends. The further away from goal you play, I think it counts less and less. But if you're a center mid and you're comparing two center mids and one scores 15 goals a season and one scores twice, obviously depending on other things and the extra so on and so forth, but I mean that tells me quite a bit. You're creating more chances.
Series of fouls that are being perpetrated. I bet he's happy.
I love 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝑗's performance in these games for PSG. I think we should replace the striker with someone more of a goal poacher or youngster like 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑗. Is 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑗 better than Gonzalo Ramos? I don't think so. I really don't think so.
I mean, it's worth emphasizing.
Yeah, I think the squad thus far is fine. We're not playing with a striker. I think the way we've got it structured right now works perfectly fine.
I mean, he is absolutely phenomenal, this kid. And you said it, what's he going to be like when he reaches his peak? But it's a great joy, actually, not just for Barcelona, but for everybody who's watching Champions League football. So watch those dazzling feet.
I already know that, bro. PSG int. Oh, he's probably fuming.
In every era, from Pelé.
Bro, he wants to continue. He calls him 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼. 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼 legenda. He does not like Lamine Yamal.
And this is why we pay money, to watch football like this.
Pedri. Rafinha. Just trying to nudge that into.
Yeah, no, Barca's dominating now.
The goal now, you feel, will probably take the tie beyond Benfica. Are they going to change Yamal's boots?
He's going to put the real skillful ones on.
Maybe Benfica have asked him to take those ones off because he wasn't being fair.
Napoli are desperate to sell 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼𝑗. I don't know how he still hasn't signed. How he still hasn't been signed by a top club. Well, the thing is, in the summer, I think they were asking for too much. That's the thing.
Cancelled out by 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼𝑗. It hasn't been the same level this time around.
But yeah, Thing is, I mean, I think maybe Arsenal then, that's probably a good shout to go then, because they're a club in need of a striker. But we'll see what happens in the summer.
Barcelona certainly won't want to concede as they did in the previous game in January between these two, when they conceded a rash of goals very quickly.
Do you think Barcelona will win this match? I'm a Barca fan. I mean, I thought before that you guys were going to win it.
𝙎𝙊𝘿𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 is going to have nightmares about playing lamine Yamal.
But yeah. No, but Barca have been playing well. I'm seeing your Benfica have only completed 80 passes compared to Barca's 201. So it's impressive. Like the thing is, so with this Barca, the really high line is that it works well. So long as you have if you have the ball, obviously.
Stood on the ball there, didn't he, after Mendy? I think he's took him out there, but it was a strange one. He stood on the ball and the ball spun back.
Yeah, that's why he's changing his footwear.
They ripped. Are you a PSG fan? No, I'm not. No, I'm totally not a PSG fan. Totally not a PSG fan.
Has already got on the score sheet. And Lewandowski, who scored 2 penalties against Benfica in January, has actually got more goals in the Champions League against Benfica than any other team.
Interesting stat.
Probably the worst possible front three that Benfica would want to face. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙐. Trubin away. Valde. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙐. Chance to bring the ball forward for 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝘿𝘾. Out to 𝙎𝙬𝘾.
Come on, man. You got to do better. You're not going to have a lot of the ball. So make sure that, you know, at least make sure that you're good with it when you have it.
𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑎𝑙. Showed too much of it to 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼. And Yamal's trying to get away.
Well done, well done, well defended.
He had to, because otherwise the youngster was escaping and there was lots of green grass to run into. Getting a little bit scrappy.
Oh,
Ball round the corner for Pavlidis. The offside.
Pavlidis finish? Oh my goodness!
It's gone up anyway.
Oh, yeah, he looked offside. He looked offside.
Holding that high line. Doesn't have to be on the halfway line. They just hold it wherever they are. Look, they can just see that they've got to get it.
Yeah, it's clearly offside.
Just drifts into that offside.
Well held, well held.
The hands go up. It's unlucky with the finish, but yeah. Offside again.
Well, he can be a thorn in opponent's side. He had 6 shots last week without scoring.
Yamal, here he goes again. All right.
This is Koundé.
Very junior, unpopular opinion. Tottenham Hotspur and West Ham have the better fan base and atmosphere in all of London. Well, I guess you have to choose one of them, the only two. I mean, I just think in generally speaking, I don't think that London football clubs are really known for having super duper atmospheres. Bar like, okay, if you go lower down in the league, like Millwall, I know like they will, but Spurs is pretty good. Arsenal's known to be pretty quiet. Don't really pay attention much to our spam, but I've heard good things of them as well. Yeah, I think Gonzalo is meh. Mostly, I would recommend 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑎𝑙, and he's a goal poacher. And when he does take, hold on, when he does take his chances, he converts them. Luis Enrique would make him a monster. Yeah, but the thing is, though, he doesn't. Does he get involved in the play? Is he a striker that Luis Enrique wants, though? And also, you have to think of it in terms of
Leverkusen trailing 3-0 from the first leg. That's 7:45 tonight. TNT.
you also need to think in terms of like if like PSG's. Oh my goodness, good save.
We also got Inter and Feyenoord, which is also live tonight as well. TNT Sports 2.
Go on.
Discovery Plus app.
Play him.
And all the Champions League highlights tonight. TNT Sports 1 from 10:30 this evening, including Liverpool PSG.
Yeah.
Almost another highlight there from Lewandowski after a mishap in the.
What was I saying?
Defense.
Yeah, you've got to say, I'm disappointed. He'll be disappointed he hasn't scored there. He's hit it straight at the keeper.
That's a terrible finish there.
He just tucks them in the corner. Just feel like they're just turning up the gears. They're going through the gears. They're enjoying tonight. They're playing now the pace they want.
Oh, Victor Gyökeres, there you go. It's just like, okay, if you think of PSG's current front three, Barcola, Dembele, and Kvara, who of the three do you take out?
𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏.
That's the thing.
And they're on the hunt here.
Oh boy. No, watch Yamal. Watch Yamal. He's gonna watch him. He's gonna play Yamal. He's gonna play Yamal.
He goes to Rafinha.
Oh my goodness, it's over. This tie's over. Rafinha's good, man.
A 3-goal cushion on aggregate.
Offside.
Is it?
All right, Rafinha saw the fun in that. Oh dang. Offside.
Did the
Is it
referee already decide to pull it back, Glenn?
Well, let's see.
Wait, what had he blown previously? He looks onside.
Giving it for.
I think he's given the foul.
A foul.
Has he given the foul previously?
I mean, Balde did brilliant.
No, he says this, so he says advantage.
Finish from Rafinha, but he's given. I think you're right. I think he's going for the foul there, is he?
On who though?
He's got
No, he can't. He can't be doing that. Listen, I'm not a Barca. Okay, he's coming to speak with them.
I don't think he's given the goal here.
No.
What? Listen, I'm not a Barca fan. This is because the foul. He's playing advantage for Barca, and he didn't blow the whistle.
And Otamendi. It's a yellow card for Otamendi for that foul on the edge of the penalty area. But if he had played the advantage, the goal would have stood, and he could have gone back and.
What is this refereeing? Ref!
Slightly different. He would have had to send him off straight away.
Yes, but the fact that it happened so quickly from the pass, you buy yourself a bit. He's given the goal now.
Oh, so he has given the goal.
Has then checked the goal, and now the goal eventually has been given. There was a lack of communication.
What? Okay, I mean, yeah, this is the right decision. What the heck has just happened here, though?
To Hansi Flick. I wonder whether or not they're actually checking for offside, Glenn. But either way, the referee hasn't communicated that, and it hasn't been particularly visible to everybody, but it is 3-1.
And also, Sam, does the yellow card still stand or not? He's got to take that away, surely.
No, I think he gives that because the foul took place anyway.
Oh, was he calling a foul for Barca maybe because he hits him in the head? But I don't think that's a foul.
Rafinha again, though. What a great finish. Kept his head. So much confidence in front of goal, hasn't he? It's almost as he pulls that foot back, he knows he's going to score.
All right, okay. I think the right decision's been made. It was a bit bizarre, but hey, it is what it is.
He's got at the moment. But Balde did fantastic. What a run!
True, Rafinha is now the top scorer in the UCL.
And played the ball just at the right moment. Sometimes you can panic and play too early.
Yeah, I think the tie's over now.
No, he's taken the.
So he cancelled the yellow.
Yeah, I thought that would be the case.
Right. Well, the tie's over now,
so
surely.
Miss the next match, which was initially what was going to be the fate that befell Otamendi.
Which looks like it might be next year, if they qualify. Well, you just think 4-1 down on aggregate now. It's a big tie. They started the game well enough, but Barca have just upped the gears and they couldn't stay with it.
Yeah. Barca's been too much for them.
Just lost their shape.
Barca are looking good. Barca are looking good.
Here is Olmo. Barcelona moving forward at pace. Balde. It was a strange one anyway, because as we said, he could have played on and gone back if he was seriously thinking about giving him a yellow card. He could have done that after playing advantage in the first place.
Exactly, yeah.
They're checking for offside. I mean, it looked pretty clearly onside.
No, it's tight enough though.
I thought maybe was he trying to was he calling off?
Takes that touch as well. Hansi Flick fans out there. The goal has been given.
I'm not even. Is it even a foul on him? I'm not even sure. Either way, the decision's been made.
He's top scorer in the competition now with 11 goals, Raphinha.
11 goals in what?
We talk about him being
10 games. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
The way they play, you know, 𝙀𝙬 pushes into that space. 𝙬𝘾 stays a little bit wider, really, probably overall. But he drifts inside, ends up in the centre forward position. He gets a little bit of a licence to roam. But it's a fantastic number, isn't it? 11. And they're all good goals normally. They're all quality goals, preferably with that left peg, which he took really well there, didn't he? One little touch and bang in that bottom corner. He's lethal.
Well, Bruno Lage said that his side could have had 5 in the first leg. Well, Barcelona could have already have had 5 in this first half. We are in the second of 3 additional minutes at the end of the first 45.
I mean, if this keeps up like this, it's going to be a comfortable second leg victory for Barca.
The advantage from the first leg means that a draw is enough for them this evening, but they have a 3-goal cushion. Olmo, lovely feet.
And then
Thought he was fouled on the edge of the box. The referee didn't give that. With the presence of mind.
yeah, Benfica really are having to defend quite deep now.
Jules Koundé.
Raphinha's 3rd hat-trick of the season incoming. Raphinha's been absolutely excellent. And remembering the fact that a lot of Barca fans wanted him gone is, I guess from his perspective, we'll say pretty ironic. I like him. He's a good player.
Almost came through to 𝙬𝘾. He's made it work again. De Jong. Just trying to bend that with the outside of his boot, and Raphinha gives him the thumbs
Not this
up
time,
because
not
he
this
knows
time.
what he was trying to do.
What's up, Junior? I'm here now.
Didn't quite come off.
Kunku edits or my bad Vegeta edits.
What he was trying to do. Here's the one that he thought just clips him on his back. When he's swinging, he just lifts his leg to hit the ball at one, and he just gets clipped there. So it's one of them. If the ref sees it, he can understand why he's been put off with the shot, but he didn't see it. Played on.
All right, that's half.
Well, Barcelona have never lost a home game against Benfica, and as long as that trend continues tonight, they'll be in the quarterfinals for the 2nd successive season, and they've been given a great chance.
Raphinha last season scored 3 goals against PSG, so I don't think he's that bad.
Analysis with Hargreaves.
Yeah, he don't know, but he wasn't as good as this. And as in people, it's more so that like people look this season, and we're saying that if they have to get rid of a player, because I remember it was Barca, it was regarding Nico Williams and bringing him in to play for Barca, and a lot of people were saying that, oh, you might have to get rid of a player, and a lot of people were saying, oh, if we have to get rid of a player, let's get rid of Raphinha. So that's what I'm saying, that it's ironic that the very same player that a lot of Barca fans wanted to get rid of is now going and, you know, absolutely smacking things left, right, and center for them, and has been their best player this season, and is in a Ballon d'Or form. Lille or Dortmund? I'll say Lille. Lille are playing at home. Lille have already done it against big teams. I think they can do it. I think they can do it. Okay. All right, let's look at the stats quickly here. What time is it? No, I'm just gonna say the squads for the PSG game probably aren't out yet. So first half, we had 66% possession for Barca, 1.37 xG to 0.41, 12 shots, 6 on target, 3 big chances. I mean, it's been all Barca really this game. Yeah, 1 shot for them. Like Barca deserved winners here. Nothing much to say. Solid goal set against PSG. Meanwhile, Rafinha is scoring goals for fun. Salah Ballon d'Or argument is just EPL bias. I mean, I was looking, like, if we look at Premier League and we look at the top goal scorers, I am shocked as just to how many like penalty goals Salah has this season. Hold on, like I think he's got what, like he scored this weekend and whatnot, right? But like he scored 2 non-penalty goals. And the thing is, the craziest thing is looking at how, so before he scored his 2 penalty goals, he had like on like FOTMob and everything, he had a rating of like 6.8, and then he scored his 2 and it brought him up to like a 7.8. Or it's this week's here. So if you look at here, his thing went up to a 9.2 in the end. For what? I have no idea. Like he scored 2 penalty goals right before those 2 goals went in. He was at like a 6.8. Obviously goals are important, but 2 penalty goals. If we look at his stats, and 9 penalty goals this season, 9. If you remove all his 9 penalty goals this season, Erling Haaland, who's, you know, had a good season, but hasn't been, you know, crazy, has more goals than him. Like this guy is the like stat padding, and like people say Palmer scores a lot, which okay, fair enough, 3, but compared to Salah's 9 is crazy, absolutely crazy. Like if we compare it to Rafinha, actually I want to see Salah, if we can just see Salah like his stats overall this season. Season. No, I just want to see if we can see his stats for this season. Non-penalty XG of 15. I just want to see the total, his actual goals and whatnot, not like the stats. $27 goals, 9 penalties. This is just in the Prem. Let's look at the Champions League. Champions League's 3 goals. He's only scored 2 penalties. So that means in total he's played what? So the 2 penalties he scored in the Champions League plus the 9 in the Prem. How many has he scored in the EFL Cup? 1 penalty. So we're talking about 1, 3, 12 penalties thus far. And then has he nothing here? So he's got 12 penalty goals this season. 12 penalties this season. It's crazy. I mean, I see a goal is a goal, so respect Salah for it, but Rafinha has been better. Even when Rafinha doesn't score, he still has a good game. Can't say that. Exactly. As in, I agree with the sentiment that a penalty is a penalty, but like you also have to agree that penalties are significantly easier than than scoring from open play. What's I supposed to do? Miss the penalty? No, we're not saying that. It's just that if a majority of your goals come from penalties, it decreases. It's not, obviously a goal is a goal. I'm not saying that you should miss penalties, and there is an art to scoring penalties, obviously. But the point is in saying here is the fact that if you compare, for example, if you were to compare Rafinha and Salah this season, even though I think Salah has more goals than him, well, the fact is that if we look at Rafinha this season in La Liga, 1 penalty. In the Copa del Rey, 1 goal, no penalties here. Champions League, 11 goals. Any penalties? None. So no penalties. So it's just to go and to put things into comparison. So how many goals did he have in La Liga? Because Salah had 27. Does he only have 13 in La Liga? Hold on, let me look at let me look at FOTMob. Salah stats, and then I'll do Rafinha stats. So Rafinha has 25 goals compared to Salah's 32. But Salah has Salah's in 41 games, how many has he played? 40 games. So they've played a similar amount of games, but Salah has what? He has what? 32. How many Salah goals did Salah have? 40, was it? Was it 8? No, he is 25 to 32. So 7 more goals. So Salah has 7 more goals than him, but Salah has 12 pens. So if you take those 12 pens away, all of a sudden now he's got what? 5. Rafinha has 5 more goals than Salah does. It's not to say that like Salah still had a very good season, but it's just that puts things into context. I think there's these stats here. No, not FOTMob. Yeah, this FB I can see here. Reject. But yeah. Salah would have 20 and Rafinha 26. Yeah. If you take off away their penalties and everything. Salah's a playmaker as well. What are you talking about? Salah is not a playmaker. Salah, the thing is, Salah can go and have good, like, if you talk about eye test, there's games where like Salah puts generational stinkers, but still gets a goal. Rafinha, even when he doesn't necessarily get a goal or an assist, he still contributes. And he's still producing in some other manner. He's still getting being impactful, having driving runs, etc., so on and so forth. The same thing cannot be said of Salah. But yeah. Most penalties Liverpool got weren't supposed to be pets. That's another thing. Like, I'm looking for, as a PSG fan, this season, if I'm not mistaken, PSG in all their games have only gotten, if I'm not mistaken, Vitinha has scored 3 penalties for PSG, and Dembele scored 1. If I'm not mistaken, PSG have only been awarded 4 penalties the entire season. Salah alone has what? 12 penalties? And let's say that's all they've had. So you're telling me that Liverpool have gotten are so clinical that they're getting 3 times more penalties than PSG are? Be serious. Match restarted. Probably, no, I don't think so. Still have time. Rafinha better eye test as well. I agree. But Rafinha is the goal poacher for Barca. True, but I mean, it's not like Salah is scoring worldies every single time either. Do you think Paris FC is better than PSG? You're entitled to your opinion. To put things into perspective, Salah scored 11 more pens. If Rafinha had the same amount of pens, he'd be on 38 goals in all competitions. Yeah, there you go. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna go and use that as a disservice, because I'm sure, like, even his great seasons when he had was scoring like 91 goals. I'm assuming that he probably had a lot of penalties then as well. But it just goes to show and put things into perspective, the fact that 11 penalty goals is crazy. Are you gonna watch the PSG game? I will be watching the PSG game, yes. I knew that. Salah wins Ballon d'Or. I think it depends. If Liverpool win the Prem, then yeah, maybe. Because I remember, like, you guys came. Maybe it's me, or maybe we got it wrong. But you know how there was the whole Jamie Carragher and the AFCON and everything, talking about how it needed to, like, it should, how it doesn't count. If I'm not mistaken, by the time AFCON comes around, it won't, like, that, unless AFCON is this summer, which I think, I'm pretty sure it's in the winter, that the competition won't even count for anything in terms of Ballon d'Or voting. So I don't get it. I don't get where the debate came from to begin with. Okay. All right, I want to see, surely I want to see if the Jimmy Carragher shouldn't have apologized. He didn't say anything incorrect or disrespectful. Well, I think he insinuated that, sort of, because, like, he was saying that AFCON was not a major competition, which is false. I think if he tried to say it's not like for like, in terms of, like, the intrinsic, like, quality of play and whatnot, if you want to say it wasn't equivalent, it's not equivalent to a Euros, then fine. But the thing is, it is a continental trophy, like the Euros, and so in that sense, that it's equivalent. But yeah, I want to see the PSG lineups if they're out. They seemingly are here, or unless these are still predicted lineups. So we're an hour or so away from, oh boy, probably the biggest game of the season coming up soon. But alas, we will be ready. All right, here we go. Oh, my bad. Let me put on the commentary for you guys. Here we go.
They really fancy it tonight. And I think they're top, the two wide men, Rafinha and Yamal, they're on fire at the moment. They really are. They just want the ball, and I think we're just going to see a performance from Barcelona that's just going to get better and better.
Well, they've been on a great run since a defeat to Atletico Madrid just before the La Liga winter break. They're 16 games unbeaten, top of La Liga. It's a really tight race with the top three separated by just a point. The other two in action against each other tomorrow in the Champions League last 16. It's finally poised. Barcelona do have a game in hand, and they have room to spare in this game too. 3-goal cushion, courtesy of that first half performance. Magic of 𝙀𝙾𝘼𝘾𝘼𝘖, the finishing of Rafinha. What a great season both of them are having. So much talk about promise and reaching your peak. Barcelona have had problems actually with some of the younger players coming into the team being played too much and picking up injuries which have curtailed them. It's happened to Ansu Fati, happened to Pedri for a while. Gavi has suffered from that too. They've got to make sure that they take care of Yamal's talent.
Yes, without a doubt, and I think that happens all around the world. When you hit, you know, 17, 18, your body's changing. It's not settled down till it's probably 21, 22. And I think coaches have got to really look at that, and medical people in all around the world, especially when they're a talent like Yamal.
Pedri. This is Rafinha. Challenged by Thomas, puts the ball out of play. How difficult to contain Barcelona at the best of times, but Bruno Lage was famed for his defensive solidity at previous clubs during the title-winning season with Benfica that he had after taking over in the first spell. They conceded the second least goals in the division. He created a pretty miserly Wolverhampton Wanderers team who in one season conceded the 4th fewest goals in the Premier League, but they've already conceded 12 attempts on their goal tonight, 6 on target.
I mean, in fairness, they're playing much stiffer competition.
Card coming out here for Antonio Silva.
Have you seen Man U's new stadium? Yeah, I've seen the oh my goodness, the renders and whatnot. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. I think they're saying that it's gonna be like the size of like basically the new Camp Nou, 100,000. The thing is, okay, if I don't know, I understand like the history of stadiums and so on and so forth, but I don't understand how people are so like against people going and tearing down a stadium and like building a new one. Like I understand obviously there's the history, so on and so forth, but like
a lot of goals in the Champions League campaign.
I think what makes a club is the fans, the people, not necessarily just a physical building.
Lewandowski, and then it's headed into the side netting.
I don't know, maybe that, because the thing is the same thing that PSG is doing. PSG are potentially looking to move from the Parc des Princes, and I mean, this is maybe it's because like the club I support, like I can't go and see them readily, and so for me, like rather PSG play at the Parc des Princes or at some other new stadium doesn't really do much for me, but I don't know. For me, I've always just felt like, is he onside? Finish. Okay. Offside. Dang it, man. Yeah, I looked offside. Looked offside.
Pavlidis looked to have strayed as the ball came into him.
It was good defending again. Look, watch them just stay up. Look,
let's see.
Centre backs. Look, they
oh
just
yeah,
hold
clearly,
their line.
it's a good line. Dang. Okay, seeing Barca's lineup like this, there is
sometimes that's
organization to the chaos. I will say that. I will say that.
That was good defending. As a team, as a unit, you got to get that right, though.
They came into this game having played teams offside or caught them offside over 140 times this season. It's a well-honed part of their game. Koundé. Gertrude has found 𝙀𝙁𝘾𝘼𝘾𝘼.
I mean, if you're Benfica, I guess you're playing for pride now. They get the ties, realistically, the ties done. You're not going to go and score 3 goals here to equalize. Even though they started pretty good.
A little bit of encouragement to 𝙀𝙁𝘾𝘼𝘾𝑼, but he's covered back well and got out of dodge. Araujo powering away from Pavlidis, almost from Yamal, finding Dani Olmo.
Audacious little flick, wasn't it? He's certainly up for it tonight, and he'll have that confidence from that first half performance. And every time he gets the ball, the crowd come alive, don't they? There's a buzz.
Wait, okay, I have a question for you guys. How many of you guys are going to be able to be here for the The big game, the big daddy, the big tie. PSG versus Liverpool, the return leg. Oh boy, it's gonna be biggest game of the season.
Yeah, there's the example of just stepping up. Balde was a tiny bit late on it, but he does jump out
miles off
after, actually.
Because if you're on YouTube at least, you can go already as things stand, and you can go like the stream is already up there, so you can go and like get ready, even start commenting right now if you really want, and also set a notification so that once I go live, you'll be notified.
Pavlidis. There's a bit of space out on that far side for 𝙀𝙬, but the ball to him wasn't crisp enough, and Barcelona have turned it over, and 𝙀𝙬 is looking to play it in behind for Rafinha. Didn't come off the first time. Lewandowski keeping them moving. It's a little bit too casual from Rafinha.
You don't mind that there, though. As a coach, you know, you're 4-1 up in aggregate. You don't want anyone to give the ball. But if you're going to try a little skill, do it in the last third. Do it in the attacking third when they've got to go at the other end to score. You've got to encourage players that have got that ability to do that.
Certainly they've got the ability and have shone so far tonight. And when they play like this, they can take the game away from anyone. Koundé steps over it. 𝙀𝙬𝘋𝙾 trying for that far corner again.
Not this time. Oh.
The teams in the top.
I got a question. What made you a PSG fan? The fact that I was born in Paris, that plays a part. And also the fact that growing up in Canada, there wasn't many teams that you could go and watch, and so the fact that watching the Champions League, which was on the major sports broadcaster in Canada, TSN, it was relatively easy for me to watch, and given that PSG were routinely in the Champions League, it was a French team that I can go and support, so that's why I decided to go and support them.
Eventually.
It's almost a little bit like Real Madrid. The bigger the game, the more pressurised the game, the bigger performance they bring out at the moment. Whether they can go all the way and win the Champions League still remains to be seen, but they're certainly offensively, they're as dangerous as any team left.
Somebody asked me if this goes to penalties, are you going to watch it or the PSG game? I guess it might be interesting, but I'm dropping this game. I'm going to the PSG game.
With runners and a bit of pace, Mbappe.
I mean, it'd be interesting if Barca were to get eliminated, but realistically, this tie's done.
Madrid, maybe they have to just think about a little bit deeper starting position, but you know, tonight they've got away with it excellently, and I think with VAR, that's the reason why teams do it as well, because if you're going to go to fractions to offside, it's going to work a lot easier.
Good news for Barcelona.
Speaking of offsides, what are you guys feeling? What do you guys think about the Wenger's proposal for like changing the offside rule?
Pedri, 𝙀𝙀𝘋𝙾.
Because, so, I mean, for any reference, for any of you guys who don't know it, basically, as things currently stand, you're offside if any part of your body that can score is offside, is beyond the last defender, then you're deemed offside. What Wenger's rule would say is sort of the opposite, is that so long any part of your body that you can score with is like behind the defender, you're onside. So that means you could have like your toe being your foot being right behind the defender and you're offside. I mean, you still be onside, but your entire body could still be ahead.
Still forced Antonio Silva to act.
No, don't change it. Old legends might get surpassed, but old legends probably still benefited from the fact that a lot of their goals that they scored, or some of their goals that they scored, couldn't be ruled for offside because there wasn't any VAR.
Both have had spells, actually, in English football. Renato Sanchez had a brief spell, if I remember rightly, at Swansea City. Amdouni was playing for Burnley last season. He's actually only on loan
Nah, I like it.
At Benfica.
I mean, I've always been that offside is offside and like sort of don't change it. But then when I'm going and seeing like, I'm
𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑎
like even when PSG have had some like very gnarly ones that are just barely offside, with like toenails and kneecaps that are offside, so on and so forth. Like there's the one that against City, which like didn't go in our favor, but even like the Kvara one, like things like that. I just feel like the way that offside is currently going in now, it's not really, I don't think, in the spirit of the law, in that I think when the football rules, like offside is meant to be there such that you don't have people like cherry picking basically. Whereas De Jong
to his right, to his left,
Rafinha for the hat trick, crosses it back, no one's there.
Oh, what a goal that would have been. From the left-back position, the passes, the movement, the confidence they got in each other, that would have been a super goal.
And all the pieces come
Change outside, bro. Maybe Mbappe will score. I don't know. I just feel like, for example, like the 𝙀𝙬𝘾𝘼𝘋𝙬𝘾 one from last week, where his like calf is offside, or like the bit of his like toe of his boot is offside.
Come here and try and score.
I mean, it's I'm not denying the fact it's offside. Offside is offside, regardless of the current rules. But I just think like, as an attacker, there is your foot. Are you in a serious advantageous position in comparison to your defender with that? I don't think so. Do you have another streaming platform? There's YouTube. There's also Kick, Twitch, TikTok as well. Those are the main platforms I'm streaming on. I used to stream on Instagram, but I don't feel like many people. I don't really use Instagram to watch live streams, so I stopped. But yeah, those are all the places where you can go and find my live streams.
That was an incredible night, wasn't it?
Standing night, 4-0 Liverpool winning, going to the final. Omar into him again.
I think he's offside there.
Yeah, Yamal knows he just hit it too hard, didn't he? The weight of pass just.
On Twitch, you show the match. I can't show the match because like I'll get the stream is gonna get taken down for copyright.
Fourth goal tonight.
Well, Benfica are a team that almost always seem to pull it out of the fire, but I think even this is a little bit beyond their reach.
Yeah, I think so. They're just overplayed, gives Tribune a chance to just come out and take the ball, but you just sense in and around that penalty area, around the D, they've got players with their heads up, got little runners off the ball, and sense there might be another one coming.
Benfica did dramatically react to that 5-4 defeat to Barcelona.
Stream East is very legal and shouldn't be shown to the audience, right? Yes, very much so. Stream East absolutely is very, very, like, dude, it does not work. That you won't be able to see anything there if you want to watch the game. That or Buff Sports, that also doesn't work.
Also managed to beat Atletico at home earlier in the campaign.
Nice. What other offside? Chat, remember how I said there was going to be what? I said there were going to be at least 10 offsides. Let's see what we're at. We are currently at 8 offsides. I'm two away.
That's the thing about Barcelona. They make the pitch, when they got possession, they make the pitch so big, so wide, and they have depth as well. Yes, they play a high line.
Oh my gosh, so lucky from Yamal there.
Tight, but they really spread the wingers stay wide, and the midfield stretch themselves, and that's why it's so hard to actually get a press on them, particularly in the second half when you're losing your energy.
Well, it's something that they knew they were going to have to counteract, because that's the game that Benfica employ. The high press, and by stretching the pitch, it makes it more difficult. It does mean they're
1 hour until the big game. I want to see if the lineups for
successful when you press together.
the lineups are out. The lineups are out for PSG.
In the second or third.
I'm assuming it's unchanged.
Possession, but,
Yeah, so it's PSG have the same lineup as the previous leg. So Donnarumma in goal, 𝙀𝙬𝙖, Marquinhos, Pachu, Mendes as their back four, Neves, Vitinha, Ruiz in the midfield, and Kvara, Dembele, and Barcola up front. So exact same as they started in the last game, which I'm perfectly okay with. Things, so yeah, I think you're only one down, so you don't. I wouldn't maybe one thing that you can maybe make a case for is maybe you bring on 𝙀𝙬 instead of Ruiz. But I think the fact that you're only 1-0 down means that you don't want, like, if you score one more, you still want to have some balance. I think if you're still 1-0 down, you're needing to get a result towards the end of the game. Then yes, you can go all out. You can go on with an all-out attack, but until then, I think you have to be a bit more cautious, be balanced, play your game, and continue on.
Antonio Silva pleading his innocence, and the referee concurring.
Well, he would do. He's been booked already, but I don't think he got a touch there. No, it's almost actually stuck his leg out to try and make contact, doesn't he?
Just play, bro. Barca's like, even from there, I saw their line was one ball in behind. Probably they're through. Like, I mean, listen, I don't get it, but I've got to go and give respect to Barca here with how high their line has been, because somehow it still works and nobody's been able to counter it or find a way to overcome it. Like, even now, they're so high up. If they're not perfectly in line, in step, done.
Otamendi. Thomas Araujo. Auschness.
Ay.
Managed the game really well, I thought, last week when they had 𝙀𝙀𝘖 sent off, and they're just managing this situation quite well too, Barcelona.
Yeah,
Liverpool will cook PSG.
Get carried away, not going to go.
We'll see. Honestly, bro, I want PSG to win this game so badly.
They never give in, but I think they've been very secured in the way they've played, kept possession in the mid areas of the pitch. And said to Benfica, you've got to come and attack us, and we'll hit you on the break.
Well, we just got up to the 64th minute. The 64th minute in the game between the two on the 21st of January. It was still 3-1 to Benfica. And Barcelona turned it round to win 5-4.
I do.
Are you saying there's still a little bit of hope there for Benfica then?
There's a few straws hanging around and I'm clutching at them.
Is PSG winning? I mean, I won't give my actual final score prediction until the closer to the game, but certainly PSG definitely can do so.
He's got men over on the far side. Yamal, Jules Koundé, they're queuing up.
Oh, how did he miss that?
De Jong took it off Rafinha's.
How has he missed that?
That should have been 4.
It should have been 4.
Oh, it should have and it could have. My word, what a lovely little backflip there. Beautiful. De Jong eventually plays it.
I think 𝙀𝙬𝘖 will score. I hope so too. They might be offside though.
Would have been offside. Not that De Jong knew that, but he does take it off his toe. But fabulous football again.
It's a joy to watch him fall flow, isn't it?
Come on, Benfica, get one more, make it a bit interesting.
My line, you've still got to deal with the attack, and that's something that
switch it. Well done.
Might be a problem for them.
Finish.
Here's Pavlidis.
Pavlidis. Oh, come on, man.
𝙋𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙞𝙡.
Yeah, creates a bit of
Hold on, I didn't even have a look at the Liverpool front three.
First touch, beautiful, cuts it back. A little bit of space for himself, not as much as he wanted.
Same front three as they same lineup as they had against PSG in the first leg.
As much as he did.
So both teams are going just as it was in the previous leg.
Anything he's had to do.
It was amazing in the
Alisson in goal, 𝙀𝙬𝘾𝙼𝙾, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson as the back four, Gravenberch and McAllister as like the holding midfielders, Diaz, Szoboszlai, Salah as like your wingers / attacking forwards, midfielders, and Diogo Jota as the striker.
34 years of age, 𝙋𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙞 taken out of retirement because of the injury to �ter-Stegen, displaced Iñaki Peña earlier in the season. He's kept his place, and they're thinking about offering him a new contract. �ter-Stegen is here tonight.
Lee Kang-in is so underrated.
Coming back from his injury.
I think he's fairly rated. Like, I think he's a good squad player, but like if a club is interested in him over the summer for a good price, I think you should let him go.
𝙬𝙼𝘼𝙖𝙞 has left that for 𝙬𝙪𝙨.
Ah, come on, find someone. Oh, well done there, Famo.
Pedri, Rafinha.
Here they go again.
It's also instinctive and quick and sharp.
As being a PSG fan, are you nervous about Liverpool or even doubtful? Nervous about Liverpool? No, not that. I'm just like,
because they had a chance.
Maybe just nervous that like maybe we don't. We're just unfortunate again. But I'm confident in PSG's abilities to go. Like if PSG play like they did, like that's the thing I don't get is that people were going there and in like Liverpool fans were going and saying, oh, that like even Liverpool at their worst and blah blah blah, so on and so forth, PSG couldn't beat them, etc., so on and so forth, and that like Liverpool can't play 2 bad games like that in a row. It's like, okay, first of all, I think it does a disservice to the game because Liverpool didn't like they weren't great either, but it was more so PSG just completely did not allow them to play their game. And Alisson had a wonderful game. You can't tell me seriously that, because there's one thing in saying that, oh, we're going to defend deep and whatnot, we're going to be good, solid defensively, and another thing saying that we're counting on our keeper having the game literally, in his own words, of his life in net and saving, literally himself saving 2 goals.
Got the pitch as well. Barcelona, this is 𝙂𝙖𝘾𝘼𝑗𝑎. Just couldn't quite squeeze it through to Rafinha. Still determined to win it back. That's a foul.
Yeah, it's a foul.
And we've got more live football upcoming from the Champions League. Tomorrow night, Aston Villa.
You think we should have started over Fabian? I think no. I think the right decision is to not start him, and to have a bit of to be more balanced overall in the game. But I think you bring him later on, depending on how the game goes. If you're like if you're needing to get back a result and needing a goal later on in that game, then I think you go in and you go all out. You have put your 4 forwards, so 𝙀𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑎, Barcola, Dembele, and Kvara up front. But like the thing is, if you put them all out right now, and they don't score, and they score, let's say you do score early on, then you have an imbalance of having 4 forwards early on, and it also means that then you can't then go on and bring on somebody to like change the dynamic of the game. Because at least right now, bringing on 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝑼𝑎, it changes things. It brings off an explosive player off the bench. So yeah, I'd bring him on in the 60th minute. Yeah, assuming that PSG are still down then yeah, I think you can bring him on like that in the 60th minute. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm also really excited. I just want the game to get started, for things to get in motion and whatnot, and to see. But I'm saying this in advance. I'm probably going to be really quiet during the game, just because I'm going to be primarily watching the game. Oh. Well done. Good tackle.
Herrera. Alsnes.
Is he on?
Belotti.
Play the whistle.
He wants it. And couldn't squeeze it back to when the offside flag was up anyway.
I'm 50% confident, 50% nervous. Yeah, I mean, there's always, you're always gonna have some nerves, right?
Interesting character. 𝙀𝙊𝘿𝘾𝘼𝘎𝑖 was brought in January
he's offside
to replace 𝙀𝙪𝘾𝘼𝘶𝑖, who's gone off to the MLS. Signed on loan from 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼𝘾𝘼 in the window. He's already made a positive impact. He started against 𝙀𝑉𝑖STA and scored. He's come off the bench in each of the last 3 Champions League games. It's some task to try and turn this round from here, especially with this lot enjoying themselves.
Did you know that the winner of a trophy has at least won a game?
First leg with the 2 of them up top.
I mean, if you're saying not necessarily, you can win a league without winning a game. You can win a league without winning a game. It's possible.
Let's see what happens. But all it's going to do is give Barcelona.
If you can draw every single one of your games 0-0 bar 1 and draw or bar 2, pardon me,
All over the pitch.
and like draw them 1-1 in one case, and you could still win the league.
I think the first 20 minutes, I think Benfica came and they would have been happy with the way they started the game away from.
And yeah, you can also like draw, and winning on pens is a win, but it's not like it doesn't necessarily count as a win.
They're in a different level, and they've shown that tonight. 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼𝘾 claiming he's played the ball, which is clearly there he hasn't.
Didn't get a yellow card for that one either.
All right, 40 minutes till kickoff. Oof. And the thing is, it's going to be on Amazon Prime.
It's presenting an opportunity for a free kick to test. 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼𝘾𝘼. And Torres standing over it. Might take charge of the situation here. Came off the bench to score a brace and win the game in Dortmund earlier in the tournament.
That goal of PSG should have stood, to be fair. How is the backside of your foot offside? Nothing was going to change. I mean, the thing is, by the letter of the law, it's offside. A part of your body that can score is in an offside position. I don't think no one's disputing that. I think people are disputing the spirit of the law in that, yeah, in that position, 𝙀𝙀𝘾 does not have any advantage over his defender. And in fact, like, he's trying to get back into an onside position.
It's a bit bold, actually, to take that free kick, I've got to say.
Rafinha. Looking to feed Ferran Torres.
Another thing I want for this game, we need good refereeing. The good thing, the ref in this game is going to be the ref that ref PSG against Barca last season. So he's the one who sent off 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝑼𝑎𝑙. So at least I have my faith for now that we're going to have a good the ref is going to be properly arbitrated.
Gabi. Inigo Martinez. I think when Pau Kubasi was sent off last week, many of the
which ref? Kovac.
Thinking back to last
Kovac is the ref.
PSG when they lost Ronald Araujo to a sending off in the quarter-final here. They were thrashed in that second leg 4-1.
Junior, what are you doing? You're 10 minutes behind. I know you're trolling, but I've got the game here like on Apple Sports, and I'm a couple I'm 15 seconds behind. But I'm not 10 minutes behind, buddy. Be serious. If you're gonna go and say that, give a more reasonable like amount of time. Like if you say like 2 minutes, maybe, not a full 10 minutes behind.
Yeah, I think that comes obviously from the coach and his staff. And I remember saying, well, as soon as they went down to 10 men, I was
my finals PSG versus Bayern.
See if they keep that high line, and they didn't.
We'll see.
To a real sort of semi-position where it was hard to get a ball in behind, and they could still put a little bit of a press on, but they dropped behind the ball and they showed that they could actually defend as a unit, as a team, and put in the hard graft and still.
I'm not trolling. Ask but no. Okay. If that's true, you said I'm 10 minutes behind. You said, right? Okay. If I'm 10 minutes behind, that means that for you guys, allegedly, in 5 minutes or less now, okay, we're gonna be 90 minutes. So tell me in 5 minutes I'll be asking how much added time was added. How much added time was added? Exactly. And you guys all have to have the same thing. Do you believe PSG can go to Anfield and get a result? Absolutely. If they play the way that they did, yeah. I mean, this is like I'm not sure if I'll necessarily go and say that I'm more confident than the first leg, but that first leg and the way things went definitely do fill me with a lot of confidence and the belief that we can go and get something done.
Still going.
Finish. Ah.
Well blocked by Inigo Martinez, comes back towards Barreiro, took a deflection, that's going to go out for a corner.
That's what Hansi Flick will be looking at as well. The attitude of the players, and Martinez there. Doesn't matter about the scoreline, look, he just doesn't want to concede. Throws his body at it as if it's the last minute of the final of the Champions League. That's absolutely brilliant. From the coach's point of view, he'll love that. 4
minutes ahead. 4 minutes added. How do you know that? If I was 10 minutes behind, it should only be the 86th minute for you guys.
They weren't expecting him to be.
Are they going to have a look to say it's handball potentially?
Potential penalty.
Is it potentially handball?
For that.
No,
Did he use his arm?
I don't think so. It hits his elbow.
To his body.
I don't think so.
If we're giving penalties away, even in Europe, if we're giving penalties away for that, then let's put our mics down and go home.
Well, after going to Paris last year with Newcastle.
Very true.
I never prejudge anything, Glenn.
You guys were in the 87th minute, allegedly.
How towards Antonio Silva.
How are they already decided how much added time there is? I mean, if you're gonna troll, at least give things that are, you know, sensible, reasonable.
Must be a dispiriting position for him to be in right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking for inspiration of some sort, but it's down to the players now.
From distances, fended off by 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙬. Renato Sanchez. Try and feed him down in the corner, but
Renato Sanchez, what an unfortunate career for him, man.
To accelerate beyond _𝙬𝙀.
I mean, either way, I can see you guys have put 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
Talents and even younger players that have been stealing the headlines, like Kubasi, like Lamine Yamal. He just operates under the radar a bit.
Yeah, what is he? He's 21, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's only 21.
Who said 3 right here?
Younger ones in there.
Let's see what else other people have said.
He's got a great future, hasn't he? When you look at this team, you look at this team, the balance of this team and their age, they're only going to get. It's great to see Gavi back in.
5 minutes at a time, 4 minutes at a time.
Not every ball has been.
So you guys had 3, 4, and 5 thus far.
He's given the ball away once in this game. I've probably put commentators' curse on him at the moment, but he's never given the ball away, and you know that as a player. You give it to him and you think he's not going to give it away, and having that confidence is brilliant.
Renato Sanchez. Gavi goes across to try and disrupt him. Sanchez holding him off well, using his strength. Still going, Renato Sanchez.
Renato Sanchez.
He's trying to do a little bit too much on his own.
Yeah, coach is not happy with him so much, but it's only the finish. He's created, he's gone past Gavi there really easily, and he's used his strength. I think he earned himself the shot, put it that way, like with a little cut back, and again, trying to create something. A 4-1 down in aggregate, I don't think it's a bad thing.
Guys, is it me? Listen, I'm not a Barca fan. I don't understand the hype for Gavi. I'm sorry, I don't get it. For me, Gavi overrated. Overrated. For me, overrated. And even as a player, like I get the tenacity and so on and so forth and running, like, but even just the way he plays, it's just, I don't know. Not my cup of tea. Pedri for me, much better. He's much more graceful, elegant, so on and so forth. I don't know. Gavi's not my cup of tea. For me, just, yeah, I don't get it.
Now Renato Sanchez. A few more changes. Casado and Fermin Lopez.
Lamine Yamal. He's had a good game. He's had a good game. Very good game.
The statistics there for all to see. The youngest player ever in Champions League history to assist and score a goal in the same match. And what a goal.
Yeah, it's the magical part of the night, isn't it? What a fabulous goal that is. You never get sick of seeing goals like that.
The changes, Frankie de Jong.
Who's the top 5 center mids? For me, João Neves, Valverde, Vitinha, Bellingham, and Pedri. At the moment, but Vitinha has to be in there. Pedri has to be in there. Gravenberch probably should be in there. He's had a good season. That's 3.
Smart Casado. Off the bench last week. He actually scored for Barcelona for the first.
Has Bellingham been one of the best in the world? He's been good. I think maybe just
Benfica corner. Auschness.
I'm not sure for the other 2.
They've stayed up here. Otamendi, Auschness. Renato Sanchez, a swirling one to the far post. Back in towards Antonio Silva, who didn't quite catch it. And Dooney trying to keep it alive. Offside flag eventually is up.
All right, chat. I think the offsides. I've gotten the offsides. I said 10 offsides.
With the rules, look, he's just turned his head. It's very tough.
How many offsides? 9. Just missing 1. I think that's going to do it though.
Haven't got back quick enough. Barcelona have held their line really well all night. Benfica just haven't found that cutting edge this evening.
The high line doesn't work when you've got players in midfield. They've got time and space to look up and play it, and runners can take that moment. But when you've got pressure on that ball, the striker has to go at that moment. It's the only time he can go, and that's when the high line, and you step up and play him offside. And they've done that well tonight.
Top 3 right backs. Mine are Valverde 3, Koundé 2, Hakimi 1.
On the quarter-final.
I don't think Valverde's 3. Hakimi 1, Koundé 2. I think that there has to be a better right back out there than Valverde. He's not even a proper right back.
Final opponents. That's the sort of map that Barcelona fans will be looking at now. Might be getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Benfica know that their journey's probably coming to an end. 𝙬𝙬𝘼 coming on for the last few minutes of the match, as he did last week in Lisbon. He replaces Tomás Araujo, who was rested on Saturday. With fears over his fitness. And they have an important end of the season to concentrate on. They've already won the League Cup in Portugal. They're in the latter stages of the Portuguese Cup, and they've got a great chance in the league itself.
Corner. Would you buy Lamine Yamal for 300 million? That's probably too much money. Like if Neymar went for 220 million, and I'd say that's just about worth it. Is Lamine Yamal currently worth like what, 80 million more than that?
Sanchez again.
I'm not sure.
It's a crossfield ball. Otamendi again, still up from the set piece. Pavlidis has just pulled off and was asking for the ball to be chopped back. He sent the ball to Amdouni, stopped by 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝘾𝘼. And 𝙬𝙬𝘼 with a really good block at just the right time. I think 𝙬𝙬𝘼 might have got down to it anyway.
Yeah, I think he might have covered him, but it was a decent ball in, wasn't it, from Otamendi? Maybe it's his new position, right wing. But yeah, I think the keeper would have had it. But even so, good defending from 𝙀𝙖𝘼. To shrivel back round and defend it properly. Again, the right thing, you know. Don't take your foot off the pedal defensively. Just keep it nice and tight.
He's been really good in the Champions League. He's played all but 17 minutes of the Champions League campaign for Barcelona, 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘋𝘼. He's had to have a couple of enforced rests in the league season, having turned up late 1 or 2 times, and Hansi Flick doesn't tolerate that, so has dropped him from the team. That's happened twice already this campaign.
He didn't turn up late on that back post then. He did his job.
He was right on time. Opportunity here. Ferran Torres. Comes back.
Gavi. It's blocked.
Gavi's effort blocked by the indefatigable Nicolas Otamendi.
Oh, yeah.
End of the night for Inigo Martinez.
Great block from Otamendi. I've seen him do it so many times through his career.
Standing ovation for Inigo Martinez. Eric Garcia replaces him for the final 3 minutes of the game. And that's how much Hansi Flick appreciates him. 33 years of age now. Contract supposed to be expiring at the end of the season. Hansi Flick trying to ensure that he stays on, but there is not much headroom in that wage bill.
All right, 3 minutes away from
But these young players,
from the 90. We'll see how much added time there actually is.
Things down when not so much tonight because they've been in control of the game, but when they get up against the real big sides, particularly in the Champions League, that little bit of steadiness, and going forward they need that, you know, probably next year and the year after.
Yeah, it's certainly been an important thing to have him around, and others too. Lewandowski plays a good role. Here's Rafinha's corner. It's a deep one, headed down by Eric Garcia. Almost came back into the path of Caicedo. For me, looks like he took it out of play.
It might have been handball actually, as he flicked it. I think it was out. He tried to play on the ref, wanted to play on. Little skill here, flick up. Just touches his hand, doesn't it? There he goes, hand.
Free kick for Barcelona.
Watch, it'll be 3 minutes at a time. I mean, you guys said 3, 4, 5. The bluff's already bluffed. The bluff's been debluffed.
It's been a fun night to be a Barcelona fan.
Oh, without a doubt. It's a lovely feeling to see these young players as well. You know, they've had some wonderful players at Barca, haven't they? And they're going to have another generation of them.
Rafinha into 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘾. He knows that was a chance.
What time is it? Dang. Whoa, dang. I might have to push back the start time for the other game.
Flicks might well fall for Ferran Torres. Good work by 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑗𝘍 to get back and stop Ferran Torres in his tracks. That's another win for Barcelona, and it's going to be.
I just realized no goals in the second half. I mean, Barca did their job in the first, so no reason to push.
They've done that in 6.5 years. And it will be fascinating to see just how far they go this season. They felt they were dumped out too early last campaign. Didn't make the most of the season that they had in the Europa League.
All right, last couple seconds here.
Looking at them tonight, they're capable. They're capable.
2 minutes of out of time. You guys were all wrong. Get this nonsense out of here. Oh, we're bro, y'all.
They get the defending switched on and defend it properly. They're going to have to as they
Get out of here. Get out.
in the quarters and the semis if they go all the way.
There you go.
They're capable. They really are. But you just feel that look like this.
No, he's onside. Oh, well done from the keeper.
Cuter players.
Yeah, all of you
holds the ball first and get in.
Gente,
Pace, you can't catch
every single one of you, all of you that predicted 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏, KS2499, all of you, get out, get out, get out. We have the receipts to prove them if I need to. If I need to, I can go back and prove that you guys all got it wrong. None of you said 2. None of you said 2.
Referee trying to call order.
Did 𝙬𝙬 play on the left last week? He played. I mean, they swapped, so he played, but he started on the right. That's, I think, predominantly where he was. But he swapped with. He played a bit on the left, but he played mostly on the right, and then sometimes came in the middle.
Well, we have our first quarter-finalists. Who is going to join Barcelona in the next round of the competition? Arsenal look like they've got 1 foot and 4.5 toes in the quarter-final. Certainly Aston Villa look as if they've taken a huge stride towards them as well. Liverpool pinched a win. In the game in Paris, and
2 minutes. You guys also said gaslighting FC incoming. Yeah. You also said, I mean, well, we'll have to wait and see. Rafinha scored his hat trick.
We'll find out.
I mean, he's got 6 seconds to do so.
Inter in a good position. Bayern Munich have got to be wary of a comeback against.
That's it. All right, all eyes, get out.
For Barcelona, they are already through to a second successive quarter-final, thanks to victory in both legs of their last 16 tie with Benfica. Rafinha did the damage in Lisbon. He has scored.
All right, chat. I'm gonna have to end it early because I need to prepare the other stream, get some things ready and set for that. But dang, Barca. I thought Barca was gonna go and win. I thought they were gonna get the job done. Convincing victory in the end. But right now, make sure, if you guys do, make sure to go ahead and go on to the other live stream for the PSG versus Liverpool game. Hopefully I'll be seeing you guys then. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys soon. And remember, stay safe, stay kind, and stay blessed. Godspeed.